Sharael. I don't understand this. Orcs don't belong here, and certainly not Baka soldiers. Something is wrong. Cullen fought well enough, though he faltered at the start. I saw enough to know he recovered, though the fight cost us both more than I'd like to admit after all my boasting. My first real step into this game has been harder than I imagined, but maybe that's the point. Better to feel it now, before worse comes. At least the coin we pulled from them will keep us moving. And then, the Novi Mundi. I don't understand its progress. The pattern in the sky is too complete, too soon. It shouldn't be so far advanced. Did I miscast? And if so, what kind of damage did I do? Could it somehow push our cause forward? Cullen presses for answers. I give him fragments, just enough to keep him quiet, but I know it won't last.
Hi, I'm Mike Carmel, author and host of the Dark Razor Chronicles. This is Season 2, Episode 12, The First Inferno. When the road twists, sometimes it leads not forward, but straight into legend. So settle in as tonight's path bends in ways our travelers don't expect, and let the stream carry us away. Welcome back to the Dark Razor Chronicles.
Cullen Avon. We have more than enough coin now, blood money taken from the orcs, but using it still feels wrong, tainted. Sharael's voice cuts through my thoughts, bright with excitement.
I know where the road is from here. It's this way.
She points into the trees and takes off, her steps light. Branches tug at her hair as she waves away spiderwebs and insects. The forest thickens around us. No sign of a path, just wild undergrowth. Still, she walks with purpose, her direction unwavering. I let her lead, despite her lack of experience. After a few minutes of weaving through dense woods, we break through the trees and step onto a path. Relief washes over me, until I actually look at it. The road is wrong. It's a narrow trail, barely wide enough for two people side by side. Overgrown, worn, forgotten. I've traveled this region with Da more than once. I know the way to La Rose. This isn't it. Even Sharael looks uncertain. Doubt creeps into her features.
This must be it,
She says, though her voice lacks conviction.
This is the way I came before, but
I glance up and down the path, trying to place it. It doesn't matter, I say firmly, as long as it takes us toward the pass.
south?
She asks, her tone hopeful. South, I confirm. She beams and starts walking again, but I stop her with a hand on her arm. She glances at my hand, not pulling away, though the contact sends a spark through me. Hold up. We need to be cautious. 2 orcs probably means more, and they were out of breath, running. If they were scared, what were they running from? The realization hits her. Her expression shifts, bright excitement fading into something closer to fear.
I hadn't thought of that.
Well, I have, and I need you to listen to me. If I tell you to drop your pack and run, you do it. No hesitation. Understand? Her eyes widen, fear flickering behind them, but she nods.
I understand.
I take the lead, my senses on high alert. Every crack of a branch, every distant rustle, tightens the knot in my chest. The path winds under the shelter of thick trees, shadows stretching long across the trail. The ground is soft, mucky in places, forcing us to step carefully. Despite the clear sky above, the forest feels damp, heavy. This isn't the road I remember. The path curves sharply upward, leading us to higher ground. As we climb, the trees thin, sunlight breaking through the canopy. The warmth is a welcome contrast to the cold shadows below. From this vantage point, I can see the mountains more clearly. We're on the right path, but something still feels off. We've got about an hour before reaching the pass. Sharael walks silently behind me, her earlier excitement gone. The woods feel heavier now, the silence between us thick with unspoken worries. The trail twists, rising and falling with the land. It's rough, uneven, until we reach the start of the mountain pass. Solid rock beneath our feet at last. The air cools sharply, mist rising from our breath. Sharael hugs her arms around herself, shivering. Her cloak is in her pack. I could remind her, but I don't. The cold will keep her alert, focused. It's a small cruelty, but a necessary one. The pass isn't long, maybe a half-hour walk, but the terrain beyond looks worse. Mud-blackened ground twists and knots into something almost unnatural. I mutter under my breath, what happened to this road? The question hangs in the air, unanswered. We continue on in silence, both lost in thought. Finally, we break from the pass and back down to the forest. Shortly, though, the forest thins, revealing a wide open field ahead, and something else. Ruins. I stop dead in my tracks, confusion washing over me. I know this place. This should be Williamshire, a bustling little town, a hub for travelers. But now, it's abandoned, crumbling. The buildings are hollow shells, roofs collapsed, walls caved in. The sight is haunting. I point toward the ruins, my voice hollow. That's supposed to be Williamshire. Sharael's breath catches. She hadn't noticed the ruins yet. Now the truth settles over both of us.
What happened?
She whispers, stepping closer, eyes wide. This road was a highway, I say, voice growing tense. It was good for carts in my time. Now, I wouldn't even ride a horse on it. This doesn't make sense. Her brow furrows, distress flickering across her face.
I've been to Williamshire 3 years ago. It was small, but alive. This looks like it's been abandoned for decades.
The pit in my stomach grows heavier. I glance at her, and I can see the thought flickering behind her eyes, the same one that's gnawing at me.
Unless something went wrong.
The contingentium, the spell that brought us here. She said a mistake could have unimaginable consequences. Looking at the ruins, at the overgrown roads, the forgotten pass, I can feel it in my bones. Something has gone wrong. Darkness crashes over me sudden and absolute. The road tilts and my balance slips. I hit the ground hard as the world whirls, sickening and wild. My stomach twists, bile rising. I fight the wave of vertigo, clawing for stillness that refuses to come. It stretches on for long moments, my stomach twisting, heaving. As the spinning slows, I glimpse Sharael lying nearby. Sharael! My voice comes thick with nausea. She doesn't answer, but she moves, and that's enough. I try standing, only to stagger under the weight of my pack. One hand braces against the ground, waiting for balance to return. Sharael rolls onto her side, blinking at me in confusion, maybe even a flicker of non-recognition. She shakes her head as if to clear cobwebs. She tries to stand, grunting against her pack's weight. When she starts wriggling from the straps, I step in, offering a hand. She grips it, and I hoist her upright. We both breathe deep, steadying, but something is wrong. The day has darkened. The sun, though high in the sky, has dimmed. No longer a bright, burning sphere of yellow and white. It's red, dark, as if hazed from the smoke of summer fires. The sky, too, has changed. A deeper ocean blue, scattered with pinpricks of light. Stars. At midday? I know these constellations. There's the Dipper and the Skipper, only I see them twice. The same patterns, repeated. A pale crescent moon lingers above the trees, and another hangs near mid-sky. 2 moons, 2 of everything. It's as if night and day overlap. A creeping panic slithers through me. What I thought was double vision is not. The sky isn't the only thing that's changed. We're still in Williamshire, but it's different. The ruins, the trees, the path. Structures that stood now lie in heaps, while fallen ruins stand again. Even the road winds where it shouldn't. What's happening, I say?
I don't know.
Frustration and fear lace Sharael's voice. She's still bent hands to knees, sweat sheening her face. I stand guard over her, turning, circling. watching. She wipes her brow, one hand clutching her stomach. Whatever this is, we need to get to La Rose. Fast. She doesn't answer. When I turn, she's staring at the sky, face pale. Sharael? She doesn't move. Sharael. This time I put force behind it.
This can't be.
Krista Smithy, Episode 6. Edges and Trust. Morning don't start much different than any other. Pump squeaks. Dan counts it, 1, 2, 3, like the world might fly off if he don't. Water cold enough to bite teeth. We splash, wipe faces, shake mud from boots before stepping to the back porch. Jin and Maury already here to meet us, as they blaze their trail down the steep part of the ridge to get to the back porch easy-like. I'm guessing it's the promise of a good meal that got them doing a monkey shuffle down their new path. But it's more than that for why they's here. Yup, they's liking the training Lork's been giving 'em each, and the work they's given in return. Mum is there to meet us all with her cloth over her shoulder, leaning on the jam, eyes sharp as corners. Bread, broken eggs and ham waits for us each. Jin whistles when he sees it, saunters up like the porch is his by right.
Family breakfast, eh?
He says, grinning.
Take a seat.
Ma says,
Yeah, sure.
sitting himself bold as brass. Maury plops down slower, muttering thanks before he even lifts a spoon. Dan and me settle quiet. Stepdar's already standing in the back field. Dew soaks his boots. Stave rack waits beside us. Jin and Maury each eating fast as a dog sharing a bit of meat. All done, Ma don't makes us wash up. She takes our bowls and cups and nods to Dar, who's standing with his stave planted, giving us a trainer's eye. We each take staves. We's all gots our favoured. Dan is holding his like he were born with it. Jin picks his with a spin and a flourish, grinning like he's showing a crowd. Maury copies Dan's grip, eyes watching him more than Dar. We run drills. Sweat soaks shirts. Maury huffs but steady. Jin tries jokes, but each pass his feet land straighter. When I nail a set clean, Dar gives me the smallest nod. Feels like drinking warm tea when you're cold. He runs us through a few more times before he points at a small pile of wood canes lying at the base of the porch. Hadn't even seen him before this.
Put your staves away and pick a cane.
We each grabs one and he tells me to face him. I does and takes first position 'cause I'm knowing it's what he's gonna want. He attacks, quick-like. A few strokes he knows I can block. I does all right, but I gives ground I weren't expecting.
We go to 3 strikes.
3 strikes.
Jin asks, 'cause we ain't never done nothing like that before.
Be mindful of fingers. If you remember your lessons, you shouldn't break bones.
Maury's grin falters, just a hair. Jin squares again, smaller this time, 'cause Stepdar squares with him. 3 strikes is 3 strikes. Painful ones, too. I squares off with Maury and we start at it. At first, I'm doing it like the drills, moving through forms. But Maury, he don't know no better and starts throwing all kinds of shets at me. My first strike is mid-arm. Stings like a fecker, and my cry of pain is enough for Dar to say,
The loser calls the hit. 1, 2, 3.
It's all the instruction I need,
Don't stop.
he says through clacks of his cane. Jin's really going for it.
If this was a real fight, Maury would have kept attacking and you'd already be dead.
Gots it, I says, and we keeps going. At first it's all real like, clacking away, trying not to get hit, but soon enough the fear of being hit is fading, and we start trying things a bit more boldly.
That's it. This is the time to try, to apply what you've learned, see where it works and where it doesn't.
It's a mite bit of fun, Mr. Raven.
And Jin turns on Dar just like that, like he's thinking a quick one is gonna shows him to be the better. Dar don't give ground, and Jin's sudden rush has him nose to nose with Dar, who grabs him and tosses his bum over and onto his back, all without the stave making contact. Maury hoots with laughter, and I gives him a smack on the bum for not paying enough mind to what we's doing. Now he's howling and standing on tiptoes. That gets me laughing. Us all laughing. And I'm seeing a brand new incentive to do well in this game. Dan does well. By the book, he stands his ground the longest, losing only to Jin, not me or Maury. Ma invites us to the table for dinner. The table? That's a new one. Jin leans over my shoulder while I'm setting dishes. I finds him lingering, watching the hearthside cabinet. His eyes stuck on it. His hand don't touch, but it gets close.
Worth a fortune, that is.
He mutters. Stepdar's shadow stretches long behind him. He don't raise his voice.
Only a fool steals from the circle.
Who's talking steel?
Jin turns slow, grin painted on, but his eyes are tight. Dar holds his gaze. After sup, we plays a few rounds of wolves and hunters. Then we're out for the night as the sun drops, saying our good nights when I spots a man standing on the ridge. Not the wide brim watcher this time. This one's looking too clean and proper for these parts. He don't step down, just stands on the crest where the path meets the sky. My bum fluff prickles. Dan makes to get Ma and Dar, but the bloke is gone before they show. Next morning, Maury slips back from town with his lopsided grin wide as ever. He waves a scrap of paper like it's treasure.
Handbills out. Charcoal sketch of a star.
He shows it all proud like.
It looks like the thing, yeah?
I looks at the paper. It says, Info wanted. My belly twists cold. Even if I hadn't seen the sketch, I would have known they was looking for the star. Jin's eyes light up, hungry as fire, but his breath is all quiet like.
Worth a feckin' fortune, as I've said.
Cullen, Avon. Sharael. She doesn't move. Sharael. This time I put force behind it.
This can't be.
What can't be? Damn it. Talk to me. She shakes her head and tries to turn away. I grab her arm, shaking her lightly, trying to ground her. She shrugs me off. She mumbles something, spinning like a windmill. I assume she means her stomach. Then a sound in the distance. A wolf. I freeze. A howl. Low, mournful, stretching across the eerie darkened day. My instincts scream. My sword is in my hand before I realize I've drawn it. The razor sings from its sheath, the hum of steel cutting through the stillness. What do you know of this? I ask, keeping my voice even. She shakes her head, breathing sharp through her nose.
We need to get to La Rose.
This time, she grabs my arm and pulls me forward. I let her lead, eyes scanning, hands ready. There's something she isn't telling me. I want to ask, but the dread that lingers, the wrongness of this place, holds my tongue. We walk in tense silence, each step measured, each shadow suspect. A quarter hour passes before I finally ask, Sharael, what do you know?
Sharael Maldine. Oh, hells. This can't be Sansa. I scan the darkened world, the sky, the stars, the two moons. Oh, Corbin, give me strength. But the god does not answer. Cullen's voice pulls me back.
Sharael?
I stumble over my words. I think we're in Sansa.
Sansa?
His brow furrows. He doesn't seem to recognize the name. The first Inferno, I say, my voice tight.
What?
I don't know how we got here. I have no idea. But I think we're in Sansa, Cullen.
Wait.
He stops, facing me.
What do you mean, the first Inferno?
You don't know the Infernos?
Well, no. Only that there are 8, and that they're hells. But those are just stories.
His hand rests on his hip, expression accusing, like he thinks this is my doing. I don't blame him. I'm wondering that myself. He exhales sharply.
What do you know, Sharael?
His patience is wearing thin. I have to be careful. If I don't explain this right, he'll draw all the wrong conclusions. But where do I even start? You don't understand the heavens or the hells? I ask, more to confirm.
Obviously.
I press my lips together. You know of the Cataclysm? The destruction caused by the ancients? He sighs.
Just start, Sharael.
All right. I take a breath, glancing at the darkened sky. Too many stars, too many moons. 6 millennia ago there was only man and beast. None of the prime races or sub-races had yet been created. I glance at him, but he gives no sign of understanding or disbelief. His eyes remain on our surroundings. I continue. Ancient man wielded a magic unlike the essence we know, a force so powerful it breathed life into their creations. A war was fought, and from that war came the Cataclysm, an event so destructive it tore through existence. 2 detonations, so immense they warped the plane of man. The Cataclysm wasn't just the destruction of life, it was the creation of magic, a tangible force, where before there was none. It expanded, stretched the fabric of space, then tore it, twice, once for each detonation. We call it the Sunder, and it didn't just reshape our world. It created 2 others. I exhale. A trinary plane. The garden, our world, is the hub, but 2 realms orbit it. One is Elysia, the 8 heavens. I glance at him, then back to the sky. The other, the Infernos, the 8 hells. I stop and look at him. Is he even listening? Cullen's gaze remains locked on our surroundings. Razor at the ready, the expression of a soldier behind enemy lines.
Go on.
Sansa is the first of the 8 Infernos. I think that's where we are.
Why do you think that?
A wolf howls in the distance. Another answers, closer this time. I lower my voice. Because of the sky, the sun, moon, and stars, all duplicated. Day and night merged. The wolves. It's exactly how Sansa is described. He jerks his head forward, prompting me to keep walking, but says nothing. The woods press closer around the path, strangling what little light this unnatural sky provides. The air cools. A rustling stirs deep in the trees to our right. Cullen doesn't react. He must have already assessed it as no threat. I don't speak again, letting the wolves' mournful baying fill the silence, mostly distant, but some close enough that, were it not for the trees, they'd be within sight. Then the path widens, revealing the ruins of a small village. Even at a distance, I see one building still standing, warm light escaping through shuttered windows. I put purpose in my stride and head toward it. The people of Sansa are like the people of the garden. If this truly is Sansa, they should know the white circle and will have no trouble. Cullen hisses a warning as I veer toward the light. His footfalls follow in urgent pursuit, but I don't slow. The rickety porch groans under my step, the sagging wood threatening collapse.
Cullen, Avon. Sharael's urgency feeds the fear clawing at my gut. My eyes dart between trees, fallen buildings, the sky, anything that might move. But she doesn't hesitate. She steps up onto the porch without a whisper of caution. The wood creaks ominously. A warning. She stops at the door. I make one last attempt to stop her. But if anyone's inside, the creaking has already announced us. I hiss her name, grasping at her arm, firmer this time. She turns to me, and her next words send a shiver down my spine.
I have to know.
But it's a story, I say, too loud.
No, it's not just a story.
She yanks her arm free and raises her hand to knock.
Welcome.
A voice comes from our backs. Smooth, hypnotic. A wave of calm washes over me. Relief like cool sheets after a long, hard day. The voice wants me to turn toward it, to listen, to follow. Somewhere in the back of my mind, instinct screams, this is wrong. But I don't want to resist. I turn slowly. The voice does not match the withered woman who stands before us, bent and buckled with age. Wrinkled skin, gray-white hair, dark eyes, filled with anger. She wears simple, loose-fitting clothes, a shawl draped over her shoulders, a voice that belongs to a woman a quarter her age. And yet, something about it pulls me. stirs a longing deep within me, a feeling I can't explain. I look at her more closely. A flicker of something unsettling. Visions I don't want to see. What is she? Then I notice it. A small furry creature perches on her shoulder. A tortoise-shell cat, or something like one. I force myself to look away, keeping her at the edge of my vision. The unnatural longing fades, my mind sharpening. Despite my fear, I almost grin. She's a siren, a creature of legend, ocean dwellers who lure sailors to their deaths with whispered promises of love. A quiet profanity escapes Sharael's lips. She's come to the same conclusion. The old woman smiles too wide. Sharael breathes a single word.
Executioner.
Stop that at once.
The woman snaps. Pain lances through my body. My muscles spasm, my back arches. Sharael grunts, silenced mid-word. The moment passes, but the warning lingers. Sharael recovers first, straightening. Her voice is unsteady.
I am White Circle. You will let us pass.
The woman chuckles, and the sound is wrong.
You are not White Cirque.
Something metallic flashes above the woman's head with an audible thunk. Did the cat just hit her with something? The old woman snarls up at the creature. It glares back, eyes bulging. Is she muttering at it? The old woman exhales sharply.
Ah, I see. After all these years. How interesting.
She steps closer. I grip the razor tighter, but something in her gaze warns me not to be foolish. Sharael curses under her breath. Oddly, I think she'd be at home among sailors. Why that thought strikes me now, I can't say. The woman stops a stride away.
Don't let her touch you, Cullen. She'll take your life.
The words jolt me. I try to step back. Shit. The house is behind me.
You won't need your magic, and you won't need your sword.
She studies us, head tilting slightly.
I see.
She says, though not to us.
I think you are right.
Stay back, I snap, finding my voice. But it's already too late. She moves, faster than I expect. Her cold hand clamps around Sharael's throat. My wrist is manacled in her icy grip. I thrash, trying to break free, but she holds like winter iron. A chill seeps through my skin, numbing me, draining me. My limbs grow heavy. I just need to lie down to sleep. The old woman cackles.
And that's where we leave this season. But fear not, a new season of 10 episodes is just a few sleeps away. My name is Mike Carmel, and I'm your host and author of the Dark Razor Chronicles streamcast. This project is the result of more than 40 years of work. I have more than 400 episodes planned, an epic adventure spanning streams of time, werewolves, demons, magic, and mayhem, all building toward the planned conclusion in Book 13, which, along with Book 12, is in production as of this airing. So, if you've been enjoying the show, you can help keep the blade sharp by leaving a review on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen. Every review helps new listeners find the stream. The more of you who wade in, the better the chances of seeing this saga through to its end. Want to wade deeper? Join me on Patreon. There you'll get early access to new episodes, bonus lore, and exclusive content as the saga unfolds. I'll also be sharing alternate novels, full audio transcripts of the original series, which differs a great deal from this storyline. And as things grow, I hope to bring you interviews with key players in the game and more. You can also find the novels and more at mikecarmel.ca, that's MikeCarmel.ca. Don't forget to share the show with a friend, follow along on your favorite platform, and remember, the stream is strongest when we walk it together. Until next time, thanks for listening.